edition of WCW Thunder. Please welcome the host of A&E's Behind Closed Doors. Give it up for Joan Lunden.
It's a $1 billion industry that has revolutionized both sports and television. Tonight, Joan Lunden goes behind closed doors of professional wrestling to meet the stars.
It never gets old to walk through the entrance and have the people stand and scream.
And the brains behind the brawn.
Who decides who's going to win and who's going to lose?
Me.
Joan gets a rare look inside a private training ground where wrestling stars are born.
Kicking! You got to do it! Kicking! There you go!
All right, you ready?
Okay.
And finds out if she has what it takes to make it in the ring.
Oh, Joan!
Part sport, part soap opera, part sideshow. Professional wrestling has become a cultural spectacle unrivaled in modern times.
In the U.S. alone, 35 million viewers tune in to watch the larger-than-life characters as they battle it out each week. Tonight, we go behind closed doors and into the ring to meet the next generation of superstars in this sports entertainment phenomenon known as professional wrestling.
Wrestling and television have been intertwined for almost half a century now. In fact, in the early 1950s, wrestling stars like Gorgeous George helped put TV on the map. There were heroes and villains, and each match was a miniature passion play between good and evil. The sport declined in the 60s, but it came roaring back in the 70s and 80s, propelled by the new medium of cable TV and with the new rock and roll style showmanship. Today there are two intensely rival promoting groups, the WCW, or World Championship Wrestling, and the WWF, the World Wrestling Federation. The pie they fight over is enormous, hundreds of millions of dollars in gate revenues, television contracts, and the mass merchandising of stars. For those wrestlers who make it to the top, the payoff is huge. There's appearance fees, endorsements, product licensing, sometimes even movies or CDs on top of their wrestling contracts. Athletes like Hulk Hogan, The Rock, and Goldberg make millions of dollars. That's right, millions.
What's the best part of your job?
Every 2 weeks when I get paid.
One of those who's reached the wrestling stratosphere is Kevin Nash, aka the Big Sexy. At 7 feet 1 inch and 325 pounds, this former college basketball player with the Samson locks is one of the WCW's biggest names. In an exclusive interview behind closed doors at WCW headquarters, Kevin told me that even after 10 years in the ring, he still relishes his starring role.
I still like the crowd. I'd have to say that. You know, it still is. It's never gets old to walk through the entrance and have the people stand and scream. That doesn't get old.
But when you go into the ring, do you just have to jack it up a whole lot of notches?
You know, I don't. To me, it's like I'm acting. So I mean, I can roll out of a bed and go in there and do it. My sole thing when I go out is I want to make sure I'm having fun. If I'm having fun, it's usually contagious to the people that watch it.
To wrestling insiders, good guys are known as baby faces. Bad guys are heels. Kevin Nash has spent time on both sides of that fence.
You're a heel.
I am now, yeah.
You've gone back and forth,
About
actually.
1,000 times.
Do you enjoy being one more?
I think I'm a better heel than I am a baby face. I think that fits my persona better. I'm sarcastic. I'm kind of, I don't wake up very pleasant every day.
Does it make any difference whether you're the good guy or the bad guy as far as making it to the top and really capturing the crowd?
You know, the money guy is the good guy because he's going to sell merchandise. He'll sell more merchandise than the bad guy will. I mean, the top babyface will make the most money in merchandise. And a lot of times, the heel can be just as popular because people know it's entertainment. I think like when I turn bad, my fans still like me, so they still cheer me. But if I go far enough, then they'll boo me just kind of out of respect. Like, okay, he's playing the bad guy, we'll boo him. You know, I think that they get it.
Which is why Kevin and other wrestlers get defensive when people criticize the sport and claim it glamorizes violence.
I read where on your website, you all have websites too, that something happened recently the fans didn't like, and that you went on and said, come on, basically get a life. This is a show, and you know, you're a moron if you don't realize
Right,
that.
anything that goes wrong in society, you know, is basically because of this violent show, you know. My kid's 4 years old. He knows that if somebody hit me 10 times in the face, I'd get split open. You know, my kid's smart enough to figure it out, so he's 4. He knows.
He's not body slamming his friends?
No, no.
Stars like Kevin Nash may be the face of professional wrestling, but like the actors they are, they take their cues from off-screen.
Who decides who's going to win and who's going to lose?
Me?
For nearly a decade, Vince Russo has been one of the major forces driving professional wrestling to the forefront of public consciousness. He's now the creative director for the WCW. And I'll find out firsthand what it's like to go head-to-head inside the ring.
Oh, she's got it.
Very good.
Oh my gosh.
Scripted or not, pro wrestling is a dangerous sport. It takes more than size or menacing demeanor to survive night after night in the 16.5 by 16.5 foot ring. It takes the timing of a dancer, the strength of a weightlifter, the agility of a gymnast, and more than anything else, the training to know how to put it all together in a way that only looks ferocious. Where do they get that training? The answer can be found in Atlanta, Georgia. Not amid the towers of this cosmopolitan downtown, but in a nondescript industrial park where it's guaranteed to draw little attention.
Inside this building is the WCW Power Plant, the Harvard of pro wrestling schools. Competition for a coveted spot in the classroom behind these closed doors is almost as fierce as the sport itself.
I was one of the few outsiders ever allowed access to this restricted and very elite school, and it was an eye-opener.
So this is the Power Plant?
The premier facility in the world when it comes to training wrestling and to make stars. This is it.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of it. I really
The
am.
director of the power plant is Paul Orndorff, a muscular former football player who became one of wrestling's biggest stars under the name Mr. Wonderful. He looks and acts the part of a Marine drill sergeant.
Okay, watch it, everybody.
Tell me about your role here.
Well, I'm a mama, I'm a daddy, I'm a psychologist. You name it, I do it. I live with them here, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. We're beating our brains out to teach them all the skills, to teach them all the different things that go into be a wrestler.
Every year, hundreds of wrestling hopefuls apply here. Most send in videotapes to catch Orndorff's eye.
6 foot, 300 pounds. Yeah, I got the strength. Yeah, I got the body, the athleticism. Everybody knows you gotta be an actor to be a professional wrestler. Let's see my man right here.
He's a nut. He'll make it in this business.
Out of hundreds who write in, only a few are invited to audition.
First, you have to do this audition, which has got to be so intimidating.
Yeah.
And I'm also told very grueling.
Yes. When we get these kids in here, that know nothing, and we put them through hell camp. I mean, it's
And the
no
purpose?
fun to see if they got the heart. Most people that get tired and don't feel like doing nothing, what do? They
Give
either
up.
quit, they give up, or then you get the other kids, some kids that I got, there's no give up in them.
The wrestling wannabes who pass the power plant audition are enrolled in the school and signed to a WCW contract.
What are the things they have to learn before they can go out there on the TV show?
All the basic different moves, how to handle yourself in the ring, the charisma end of it, when to have it, when not to have it, when to do a dangerous move and when not to, depending on the conditions of a lot of things. There's a lot of variables. This is a smart man's game.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's not all bronze and no brains. You know, that's a myth. You have to be very smart. You have to think 4, 5, 6, 8 moves ahead of your opponent. It's a chess game.
It takes them 6 months just to learn how to play that game. And it isn't just men trying to earn a spot in the wrestling limelight. Little by little, women have fought their way into the ring. And some of tomorrow's female stars can be found here at the Power Plant.
Well, we're definitely eye candy, but the girls, the females, are getting involved so much more now. We run in and we have several spots during the matches, and sometimes we have matches one-on-one.
Charmela Sullivan, Paisley to wrestling fans, started out as one of the Nitro Girls, the professional dancers who punctuate each show with choreography and cleavage.
The writers eventually came to me and saw how physical I could be. One thing led to another, and it's like, you know, I never dreamed I would be here, but here I am. You know, I think women can compete as much as the guys can, and we're equally as athletic, so I'm thinking you'll see a lot more of us soon.
Starting pay for trainees here is about $40,000 a year. It isn't much for what they endure.
This place is intense, it is hard, it is strict. It's been a wonderful experience for me, but it's been torture.
Power plant can be your worst nightmare if you're not ready for it. It's very strenuous, and this is really serious business.
Stretch out, you're late, let's go. We ain't got time for all this crap.
Every day they stretch, lift weights, do calisthenics, and then they get to the hard part. Endless hours in the ring, getting slammed around as they try to absorb the tricks of the wrestling trade.
There you go.
Besides learning wrestling skills, this is a graduate school in pain management.
Wake up. You gonna be okay? Little bump. All right, he's good. Let's go. Give me 2 more guys. 2 more.
To understand the perils that come with this sport, just look at the ring. It's barely padded.
It's steel and boards. And if you'd like to look,
Oh, look at this, it is.
you can see that this is all the
That's
rubbing
it.
that there is.
Wow.
And that, you know, there is no springs. As you
It's
well can
just
see, it's just
flat
cables.
wood.
And those ropes you see wrestlers bouncing off of, they're not ropes. They're steel cables with a tiny bit of rubber around them.
A lot of us, when we first started just running into the ropes, got cherries, you know, just open wounds. We would literally tear our flesh from our bodies.
The women are trained by Mudusa, a colorful veteran of 15 years on the pro wrestling circuit.
Put your head in. Just hit it. You got to be strong. Okay? Vice versa.
Mudusa came to the sport at a time when women wrestlers were an oddity. But she was so enthralled with it, she gave up a career as a nurse to take a flyer in the ring.
So you went from helping people to hurting people.
Yeah, I used to mend bones, now I break them, yeah, that's right.
But you are a woman in a very, very male world. How's that been?
I've had to overcome a lot of adversities in this business, being a woman in the sport. They look at you like we're just trophy pieces. We're just accents to the show.
Eye candy, I heard
Eye
that
candy.
word.
Yes, eye candy. Well, things have changed. We're here, we make statements, we dress things up as well as the guys. I mean, we can kick some butt.
Well, I came to the power plant to find out what it takes to be a pro wrestler. And the only way to do it is to get in the ring.
Go stretch them out good, Joan.
We began with warm-ups.
Come on, Joan. 2, 40. On. Can't hear you. 10. 11. Just twist them.
Then came my first lesson, learning how to fall, the most important rule of ring safety.
Joan, watch just how we do this. Very slowly, Danny. Forward rolls on the shoulder.
Left foot, left shoulder, roll up on your right side.
My first surprise was how hard the mat is.
Atta girl. Good girl.
Right.
You did it. All right.
Even having seen what's under there didn't really prepare me for what it actually feels like.
Atta girl. Let's go. Good.
Well,
Good.
so far so good. But I was dying to learn how to throw someone. When we return, it's time to get physical.
Behind closed doors will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Here at the Power Plant in Atlanta, the WCW's premier training facility, wrestling hopefuls arrive with one thought in mind: to be the next shining superstar.
I grew up watching, guys like that, and it's like, man, that's what I want to be. Sure, the fast cars, sure, the limelight, sure, that's out there. But when you're in that ring, man, it's like 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 people cheering for you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Best feeling you'll ever have.
I came to the Power Plant with a different purpose: to find out what goes on behind pro wrestling's closed doors. What I had discovered so far was that while the matches may be scripted, what these men and women do isn't easy. I'd seen how they train, and it's brutally hard. Now I was about to find out what it's like to face another person inside the ring.
What we're going to show you, Joan, is just some basic, very basic that we show everybody. And that's
Wrestlers have to know dozens of different moves. This is called an arm bar.
and you're here. There you go. Now let's try a hammerlock.
Okay. Now I'm going to come from this way. So am I going to go this way?
Dancing, it's like dancing.
Oh,
there.
so I got it. I got
Break
it.
the arm.
Right there.
Yeah.
No.
Now I'm going to shoot up.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, but what I really wanted to know was how to throw someone.
Let's show her one more move. It's called a snapmare or a hair mare.
A hair mare?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of a girl thing, I guess. Now, a hair mare is something like if you're laying down on the ground, I can go to pick you up by the hair like this.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What I do is I turn around this way. I come her up around the head underneath your chin.
Okay.
Okay. When I come down, I'm going to come down on one knee. You are, Joan, because you're going to give me this.
Okay.
Okay? So you're going to come down on this knee. You don't want this knee up because my head could go right into your knee. Okay?
God.
A little
Choreography of it.
So you come down like this, and you're going to just kind of give me a whipping motion.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to fly right over there.
What I finally figured out is that I really didn't have to throw Mudusa. She threw herself. I just provided the leverage.
Ready? Right on. Oh, gosh. Okay, ready? Oh, John!
Pretty soon, Mudusa and I had the glimmer of a routine going.
Don't mess with me. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Here you go.
When it seemed like I was ready, Paul set up a match.
Okay, girls, you get in that corner over there, Joan. Medusa, you get over there. Hey, guys, let's come here a minute. Come here. Okay, Joan Lunden in this corner. Medusa in this corner.
Come on, Joan.
Are you ready, ladies? Let's get it on. Let's go, let's go.
Well, it's one thing to do it at the power plant, but what would it be like to do it in front of thousands of screaming fans? I wanted to find out. So Mudusa and I began rehearsing a bit that we could do at one of WCW's live shows.
Pro wrestlers. I'm Joan Lunden.
Joan Lunden? This is our training facility. Best you get out of the ring before you get hurt, huh?
I don't think so.
Oh, no. Oh.
Good evening and welcome as once again we go behind closed doors. Stay down. I'm Joan Lunden.
Well, Joan Lunden, you're here at our training facility. You better best get out of the ring before you get hurt, hon.
I don't think so.
Best you get out of the ring before you get hurt, hon.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, you. I don't think so.
Come on.
When we finally had our routine down, we hit the road to the WCW's next televised live event in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. These are huge productions with multiple cameras, lighting, music, merchandise vendors, and the biggest pyrotechnics show outside of the 4th of July. Once the show got started, the arena was a frenzy of light and sound, filled with 8,000 fans who paid an average of $25 to see their favorite stars. I couldn't help but feel a huge adrenaline rush as Alan Sharp, the WCW PR director, led me toward the behind-the-scenes staging area.
Now this is called the Go Tunnel? The Go Spot.
This is the Go Spot right here. This is where they go out into the ring. This is it. They're going to get their cues right here. They're going to take off. And there it is, right there. We walk in.
That's the stage.
Yeah.
While we watched the action in the ring on a little monitor, I kept rehearsing in my mind. Could I really pull this off in front of all these people?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for this special edition of WCW Thunder, please welcome the host of A&E's Behind Closed Doors. Give it up for Joan Lunden.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait 1 minute, Joni Lunden. Journalists like you give pro wrestling a bad name.
That's not
You know, I love what I do. You know what? This is serious business. This is WCW Thunder Live. You could get hurt. You need to get out. Out.
You know, Mudusa, I can take care of myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner, Joan Lunden.
It's exhilarating, it's exciting, and it's extreme entertainment. It's pro wrestling behind closed doors.
The biggest names in World Championship Wrestling are squaring off at the Idaho Center. The atmosphere.
Well, for their followers, the names are legend. Hulk Hogan, Goldberg, Sting. The giants of professional wrestling descended on the Idaho Center in Nampa tonight, a sign for many that the Treasure Valley has come of age. 2 News reporter Scott Logan was ringside. He has the story.
At this moment in time for these people, Nampa, Idaho is the center of the universe. It's Monday Night Nitro. The biggest names in World Championship Wrestling are squaring off at the Idaho Center. The atmosphere is beyond electric. The fans are besides themselves, overcome with euphoria.
It's all about wrestling. Wrestling's where it's at. It's the 90s. It's out of control, brother.
It's hot. It's sweaty. It's loud. But for these fans, it doesn't get any better than this. Why is this fantastic? Because I like watching grown men smack other ones. And because Goldberg's here. There's spectacle, drama, intrigue, and some very beautiful dancing girls. But one wonders, is it all an illusion? Is this real or is this fake? It's real to us. Oh, baby. Oh, real. Real, huh? Yep. For us, we come, we enjoy it. I watched it ever since I grew up, and my dad used to make me watch wrestling all my life.
It's got something for all the whole family, for my son, for everybody.
Oh, you brought your son here?
You bet. He loves it.
Is it real?
It's real for us.
Hey, David, let's go!
But it's not real, is it? It's not real.
No!
At this moment in time, these people have slipped through the looking glass into their own wonderland. Scott Logan, 2 News.
And I know you're enjoying this earlier tonight. Even you, Ron Gardner.
It would have been fun to be there. It would have been fun.
It would have been.